Hey there, it's been a while since I've done one of these little progress report videos, so I figured I would do it now. Got a couple of things going on. I'm not sure what I covered last time. I think I was still piecing stuff together. I had some bridges in here. Those are out just because it didn't make any sense. I didn't have enough height to have water underneath that would make it look real, and I just did away with it. So got rid of those, and I did a whole bunch of plaster gauzing in this area here going through. So this track here is the active tram track. This is the passive tram track, nothing going on. And this is the high-speed rail track, and that's all my junk. So yeah, I've been doing that, and then I built in this little intersection here, and that's just out of plasticard, styrene, and then I'll go ahead and paint that, and then deal with some of the detailing and the like. But it was bugging me because I had this height issue, and buses and cars just would not be able to go up the steep embankment, so I made it less steep. And that's the same thing that's going on here with the Y bridge. I'm going to address that as well in a similar fashion. And when I was doing this guy, I was like, oh, you know what? That might be a good little way to deal with this bridge issue. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually have the bridge come straight across and then match up with another piece. So that's all going to be like a raised roadway there that will be heading over in this break point here over to the city section in this invisible land. So that should work out well, and then I'm going to build up all this area in here and behind it and embankment and all that kind of stuff. So it should be kind of cool. And then the sidewalk area will still be the same, and probably come around and be part of this little sidewalk area over here. So that would make more sense because it's like people are walking over there. So that's good. That's another improvement. I keep seeing these little improvements with this redesign. Just little things here and there. They're like, oh yeah, that makes sense now, because it didn't make sense before. Now it does. So that's great. So yeah, as long as I keep seeing those improvements, it'll be worthwhile. Whoa, almost fell off the stool. Again, more plaster work here and back here. That's all going to be painted, scenic. It's not going to look that way. Came through here, did work in here as well. This I'm going to keep, and it's going to be some kind of industrial something or other, which I got to look and see my reference material and see what makes sense for stuff that's along high-speed rail. What else? Taking it around here. Again, this is where the tram track is, and that's the high-speed rail track, and this is the kind of service track for all these guys, and this yard area back here, and the factory is going to be in the back here, and the pipes are going to be running over here for supplying the tankers. So I think that's making sense. I haven't really done a lot of rearranging here since last time. I did get this guy. Let's see if I can get him running. Oops, not that guy. This guy. Oh, okay. So I really like that. Little Kato guy. Does a nice little crawl. We had a whole discussion about crawling on the Model Rail Radio Facebook group, and I was saying like, oh, I really like this guy. He does a really nice crawl, and I had a little back and forth of the crawl, and a couple of people were like, well, that's not a real crawl. That's like going 20 miles an hour. And I was like, really? I didn't think so. And so it opened up this whole discussion about what is a crawl, and I finally said, for me, it's just in relation to some of the other items I have, like this Modemo tram does not crawl at all. It's like the Modemo motors are different, I guess. and the Kato stuff. That's why I'm pretty much sticking with all Kato stuff right now. So that's that. So nothing really going on there. Nothing new to report. Got the high-speed guy here, which I'm really happy with. And I got additional cars for that, so now it's much longer. And we'll see if it will actually go around. Usually for these videos, something happens and it doesn't actually go. But, let's see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's usually something. So that's the something there. So, yeah, it's cool though. It's like there's a banked turn in the back here and a small bank right here. And that was just done by clipping the track with a saw. Every, like 1 inch intervals or something, and that made a nice little bank. I was able to twist the track, but it stayed engaged, and so that was great. This is probably just dirty track, of course. You know, whenever you try to show something, that's what it goes. And then I got this little Centram as well. I'm not going to bother trying to run that because it's the same thing's going to happen, but it's fun. It's a little again, Kato device, and it's very nice, glossy black. What else? I think that's pretty much it. In this area, without the cleaning stuff, which I need more of, I had some level stuff going on because the deck was Frankenstein together, if you recall, and I was like, well, I can try to raise everything up to the same level, or I can play around with this and use it to my advantage to break up some of the seams and stuff. And so I thought that might be kind of a neat little thing. And so essentially this path here is going to lead up, and it's going to be flat, obviously, to lead up to that path. The road will wrap around or something. I haven't quite worked that part out yet. This road, like I said, is a continuation from this guy, trying to move too fast here, over here. And so, yeah, so it'll just be kind of a raised roadway. And this will be another little section, have some traffic action going in here. Maybe a little store here. I have my other store there. And so this will have a wall, retaining wall kind of situation. Same right here, and then like I said, the walkway will go up here, and so I think that's going to break it up a little bit, a little, you know, nice little break up of whatever it is, 10 feet, scale feet, and just kind of break up the scene a little bit, and then I'll do the same in the back somehow. I'll finagle that, and just keep that same idea, and so I think that'll work out well. That'll be kind of cool. Again, here I'm going to have a tunnel, and I'm going to put in another control kind of shelf here for power supply. So what I did was I just have 3 power supplies. I just went lazy. I'm not doing any fancy wiring or anything. None of that stuff interests me. And I just said, well, you know what I'll do is just have 3 power supplies for 3 different sections of track and call it good. And that seems to be working out well so far. The only thing that I'm kind of waffling about, and I want to wrap this up because I want to hit the 10-minute mark, is this, the high-speed track is a loop, the tram is a loop, but this is not a loop. And I don't know, I'm thinking about it. It would be kind of nice to have container cars and whatnot going through, but I don't really have, the way it stands now, I don't really have a way to do that without it really disrupting what I already have going, and I like what I have going, so I'm kind of thinking that I might just stick with that, call it good, and just do some, shuttling back and forth, and if I do want to do some like longer run, I can kind of run it out, over here, and then run it back. It's not very exciting. It doesn't really go anywhere. So that's the only thing that's kind of the downside about this operation. And I've even thought like, oh, well, I have this whole back section. What if, I already have the hole in the wall. If I do want to get it going somewhere else, I can just have a little track that runs kind of down and goes through the hole in the wall back there somewhere into my office in the back. And I can just run it back there and then run it back over here just for fun. But I probably won't do that because it's just more stuff. I'm done finagling at the moment. I am considering putting in another, this guy is a removable block back here. This whole piece lifts out. It's just kind of stuck on there. And I was considering doing another one, maybe in this back corner to block off this craziness I have going on back here. So that might be kind of neat. I would just pop it right on top of here and have it go back and call it good. And that would be a big hill. So I'm thinking about a big hill there. And then, like I said, the factory would be here. And then there'd be industrial road action going on there, trucks, and trucks going through, and trucks kind of going over into this area. This was going to be like a little shipping kind of deal, if I can sort that out. So trucks unloading, loading, that kind of fun stuff. I think I have enough room. I have to play around with that. That might end up moving. I'm not sure. This is like a main line, so I can't do that. But the idea is that this runs off and runs off into another area over there. That's the story. So it's not just this one little spot. So I always have to have something showing that it actually does go somewhere, or else it doesn't make any sense. So yeah, that's about it. A little bit longer overview today, but it's been a while. And happy overall with how things are going. I did get into this little bit of analysis paralysis action recently, where I just didn't do anything on my layout for a long time. And when I was doing something, it was this very small little noodling. Just because I had spent so much time kind of redesigning and reconfiguring and rethinking that I think I just got caught up in the thinking, which is good because some things got worked out, the bridges and whatnot got worked out, and there will be some water area in here somewhere. But yeah, it's coming along well, and I think if you are rethinking things or thinking through your layout process, this is a great way to kind of do it. Just take your time and think it through properly, because it's kind of a pain when you're not thinking that way. And sitting with the track work for a while was great. I sat with it for a while and just kind of played around with trains running on it and thought things through, like, is this fun or is this not fun? And in some cases it was fun, in some cases I changed stuff around. So that being said, I will catch you all later. Thanks for watching.